So we're here in the cockpit of Malizia Sea Explorer. You can see behind me I've got quite a lot of space. I can stand fully up in this cockpit, which is really making it a lot different to the other IMOCAs. We've really considered the ability to be able to sail in a crew rather than just one person on the boat. So compared to the other IMOCAs, we have a lot more space. We've also considered how you can control everything from one place, so when you're sailing as a solo skipper you don't spend too much energy moving around the boat, having to go on deck to adjust things. And as you can hear, we've got quite a lot of alarms on the boat. We've got lots of different collision alarms, but also lots of sensors and different captors around the boat to be able to measure the health of the boat. We've got 150 fibre optic sensors which are measuring how much strain is in each of the composite parts of the boat, the foils, the mast, the hull, and that's really giving you a good overall feeling of how the boat is doing, because it's so important in these IMOCAs now to know how their health is and to know if you're not going to break anything. But we have 54 ropes that come to the winch table, so you can really control every little setting in the boat without getting without having to go outside on deck. But also you can look at the navigation, you can check all sorts of stuff. You can check the Oscar, you can check the radar, and just make sure everything's working fine in the boat.
Okay. And can we just check the little room at the bottom of the boat, please?
Yeah. So directly behind the cockpit, you have the zone V, the living space. So you can walk directly through these doors. And then you've got the bunks either side of the boat. We've got 3 bunks either side for a crew, but Boris will just be using one at the back. And then also you have a navigation screen which allows you to check all the navigation and check all the sensors from in the bunk as well. So you've really got 2 places you can live. You can either live as a crew, kind of crew mode, where you're really adjusting the sails all the time, or you can be a little bit more in a solo mode at the back of the boat where you can see everything, check everything's fine, but also manage to get some rest at some point.
So here we are in Boris Herrmann's boat. We're at the front of the boat. Can you give us a little tour of what is all around us?
Yeah, so this is Onboard Malizia Sea Explorer. We're currently in the foil case, which is just in front of the cockpit. As you can see, it's a really dark place, and that's because there's so much structure and so much carbon around the boat, and really the reason for that is these foils which are just above my head. You can see the head of the foil just here above me, and this is showing the foils in a retracted position at the moment. So when we try and get the boat to start flying and foiling, we put these foils out the side of the boat and they go right underneath so that we can gain maximum leverage with them. But it's a really important part of the boat because you have the mast just behind us, we have the keel just underneath us, and so there's lots of load, lots of different strains going in many different directions. So we had to do lots of structure in this part of the boat. It took probably 2 months to finish all the composite work in here. So it's probably one of the most complicated part of the boat. Underneath me you've got the ballast system as well. So it's a pipe that runs from side to side of the boat, and it connects to the 1-ton ballasts on either side. And that's basically for performance reasons. What it allows us to do is to fill one tank and transfer the water from side to side depending on what tack we're on and how we want to adjust and sail the boat. We've got a tank right at the front of the boat and right at the back of the boat as well, and that's basically because we have foils now. We're always trying to adjust the trim of the boat as we're sailing. In here as well you've got quite a few electronics. So here's the hydrants compass, super high-tech compass. It's a fibre optic compass, so it doesn't require normal sailing magnetic compasses. It's measuring every small movement that the boat is doing as we're sailing along, and the reason we have this at such a kind of high finesse level of compass is so that when we're steering with the autopilot we can really feel what the boat's doing, and it allows the autopilot to steer as well as possible while we're sailing.
Same like last time. Nico driving, me looking out.
Me on the PC downstairs.
You guys, you inside. Where was Mosi last time? Also inside. underneath you. We can deploy now if you want.
Yeah, we can deploy.
Yeah.
Good start. How much wind?
6.
From here, everything reaching. Pull some slack in the sheet. Sheet is stuck. Sheet is stuck. That sheet is stuck. Luckily, we could hold the spinnaker to the end.
Yeah.
We'll get t-shirts on it. Yeah. T-shirts like the Surf Evolution. I want forever. Yeah, the Evolution.
Total rein.